Hi, my name is Jeremy Brown. Welcome to the Brown Family Expedition Travel Channel. Um, Welcome, and today I've got a few projects we're going to work on. Well, not necessarily just today, but we're going to work on a few projects for our Opus camper. So what we've got is how we started quite a few years ago. My wife and I both took young kids, teenagers out for week-long trips, either whitewater rafting, kayaking, hiking, rock climbing, you name it. We took a group of kids out and we did it. Then 2011 we started our own family, and once they got old enough we started doing long trips. We've already gone I think we only have 7 states left in the US for our little family to go on. So we like to do long travel. We typically do trips of about 2 weeks. And we started off first, we only had my truck. We put a battery in the back because I have to use a CPAP at night. And I wanted to be able to do that while we're camping. So we took this truck, we put a battery in the back and a charging system for it. We ended up eventually putting a refrigerator that can go right here, and all of our gear underneath there and some gear inside. That worked really well, but then we finally realized that with some of the illnesses that my wife and I have, that it's not quite as comfortable camping on the ground as it used to be. So coming back from our last big trip out to Yellowstone, no, it wasn't Yellowstone, Grand Canyon and Dinosaur National Monument, we started looking into a camper. So what we ended up getting is Opus OP4. Set it up last night. We got it last summer, set it up last night, camped in it, and we've got a few projects we're trying to do to upgrade for it, and I'll show you what we're going to be working on. All right, so here we are inside the camper. One of the things that was really nice about the camper when we got it is that it had a portable toilet with it. The portable toilet goes in here when we got it. One, we wanted that because I have ulcerative colitis, and luckily right now the medicine I'm on, it's keeping it in remission, but when I have to go, I gotta go. And my wife has Ehlers-Danlos. I'm happy talking about my stuff, and I'll let her talk about her stuff if she'd like. But with her Ehlers-Danlos, she's very restricted about what she can eat here in the US. And so we never know when we're going to be far away from a bathroom, and so having a toilet with us helps her out as far as wanting to be able to go out on long trips as well. But the problem with this camper is if the toilet's in here, if we're driving and we need to use it, we have to set up the entire camper. As you can see, the Opus Air actually inflates, and so you'd have to completely set it up to go use the bathroom. So we've never had the toilet in there. What we've done is we've taken that out, and we typically carry it in the truck bed, and we have a little pop-up tent if we need it. And so what we've been using this for is to store our kitchen stuff. And I've seen other people turn this into a drawer, and so that's one of the projects we've got going on today. All right, so here we've got the wood. I've already cut it up. I bought it at a local home improvement store. It was a 6 foot long piece. I believe it's about 9.5 inches and 9 3/4 inches and 3/4 of an inch wide. I cut them to the dimensions I need, so I think these are roughly 18 inches long by about 15 inches wide. I also cut a groove so I can put the bottom piece in. I've got drawer slides. These will mount on the bottom, so they'll come out. I've got these push button locks. That way I don't have to try to open up the top hinge in order to open these up. I've got 3 of them. 2 of them are going to be for the drawer. This is going to go, I'm going to turn, there's a little bottom section underneath where I showed you. Then I'm going to turn that into a little flat, and that's what that's for. The other project we've got for the Opus is low voltage or low amperage water heating pads. These are going to go up underneath here. So you got 1 tank here, 1 tank on the back. So we got to drop those 2 skid plates and then mount it up and do wiring and stuff. So a third project, which I thought of as well, is I'm thinking I'm going to swap this from the passenger side of my truck to the driver's side. That way, if I'm camping alone, I don't have to cross over the tailgate or the trailer tongue to jack it up. I can just do it on this side, because this is also the side that we carry our leveling chocks in that box, and this is also the storage that we use for miscellaneous stuff that we use for like setting up and electrical stuff, mostly stuff for the camper itself. So what we had to do with the wood is I've decided to do dovetail joints. It'll be my first time. So I've got them marked off where they're going to be cut, marked off on the side for these. I've got to get those cut up, make sure they all fit together, and then disassemble the little storage area, get all the stuff out. And so just follow along and see how it goes. All right, so I took off the door from here. This panel was just laying on top down in here. Use this to take it out. What I'm doing now is unscrewing these brackets to get this off. And this is going to use these hinges here. And it's just basically going to be able to flop down to gain access to down below here while this is becoming a drawer. So got most of that done. Now I just got to assemble the drawers, drill into that for the hinges, drill into it for the latch, remove that, drill into it for the latch. And here I'll show you guys our 4-footed travel companions. That's Ollie. He's been on some local trips in North Carolina with us. And then let me see if I can find Finn and give you guys our other travel companion. Yep, there's Finn. He's 1 year and 3 months. Ollie's less than 1 year. Finn has been on a 5,800 mile trip with us in last May when he was about 4 months old. So he loves going with us on trips. Ollie's still getting it all figured out. This is Zoe, our other 4-footed companion. You probably saw her running around in the background of some of the other shots. This is Harley. She's a foster dog that we're taking care of right now until we get her spayed and find a good home for her. Zoe, she's 12 or 13 years old. She's our senior citizen for the dogs. All right, so I'm just doing a test fitting. I've got the 2 hinges that are going to be on the bottom. So we put this in. Looks like I'm going to have to shave off a little off the sides to get it to fit so it's not. All right, it's the afternoon. My friend is actually cutting the dovetails using one of his tools that he has. I've got the bottom drawer, or the door. I'm gonna show you that here in a sec. And I've got the drawer slides in. So here's the bottom door. You can see I've got hinge here, and the latch. And there's the latch plate. This basically just goes right up, pops to close, and now it keeps it closed. I might eventually put another latch over on this side to help out, but then I've got the slide for the drawer that's going to go up here, and then the other slide, and I've got 2 more of these push button latches that'll go up here and up here. Back to work. Thanks, Mike Patey. All right, so here is the drawer. Still got to put the front fascia plate on, but it is together. We did, I guess, some pretty nasty dovetail joints, a little loose in there, but not bad for first time and not really having the right tools to do it. This will be the front. I had to notch these down and put this down to allow the latches to fit when it's in there. But yeah, so this is what I've got. Letting the glue dry a little bit, well, a lot, and then hopefully tomorrow I will get the front plate on there and get it mounted in there and show you guys the finished product. Here's the drawer. I just stained it a few minutes ago, so it still has to finish drying for about 4 more hours. It's a little more orangey than I'd like, but hey, it'll work. Used the deck sealant or deck sting, so we'll see how it goes. All right, it is done. Got the bottom panel, got our one of our cutting boards, and our grill pan there. It is a little tight, and we did lose a little bit of space because of the thickness of the drawer itself, and I couldn't put the latch pieces in because I made the drawer interior a little too wide, because otherwise this wouldn't be able to go past. I did end up having to cut off even more to get those to work, to get it all matched up with the height and stuff like that. And we can't put this as disinfectant wipes that we use to help clean. Couldn't put that in there, but at least now we've got this and we can open it up without having to open this up. So